Tendai, and welcome to Soundtracks, the podcast where we share the personal connections we have with music and how these connections have shaped our experiences, our memories, and our emotions. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for trusting me with your time. The first episode comes out on the 31st of October, next week, Tuesday. But I just wanted to come here and introduce myself and give you some context into me. My name is Tendai'minisode. I'm 26 years old and I currently live and work in London. Originally, I'm from a small town in northern Namibia called Ngwediva. I spent about 10 years living and studying in Cape Town, South Africa. My name, Tendai, is from the Shona language, which is a language from Zimbabwe. So I have a mixed heritage. My mother is Namibian, my father is Zimbabwean. So I have a mixture of Southern African in me. And this heritage shows up in a lot of things that I do, from the music I listen to, the food I like to eat, and this is the way I show up in the world. I love music. I listen to music every day, like many of you. But I don't claim to be a music critic, a music influencer, or a thought leader in this space. I'm just a girl who loves music and enjoys hearing what other people are listening to, what they love to hear, and why. I created this really as a love letter to music, something that has cheered me on during really happy moments, but also really held me during some hard times. So I want this to be a community for us to just share, reflect, and appreciate music. I want this to be a community, and I want this to be a space for us to do some introspection. I was talking to someone last week about the podcast, and they shared with me that they felt that it was too personal. And I completely agree. Music can be very, very personal. From a song that reminds you of a loved one you lost, or a song that reminds you of the love of your life. I want to hear what you're willing to share. I want this to be a place for you to reflect on the music that you love, to build a connection with other people, but also discover new music. Because selfishly, I started this to also discover new music. I've been listening to the same songs since 2019. And just by starting this and interacting with some of you, I've been able to discover new music. And I'm very excited about what other new music I'm going to discover in this journey. So let me give you a rundown of how the episodes are going to go. This is a interview-based podcast. So most of the episode will be me and a guest. Because I don't want to just talk at you. I want to hear from other people and hear what songs make up the soundtracks of their lives. So the guests and I will start with sharing what our song of the week is. So this could be a new discovery, or this could simply be an old song that we are bumping right now. Then we'll move on to the segment where the guests share 2 to 3 songs from their soundtracks. And then we'll move on to what I think will be my favorite part of the podcast, which will be listening and reading your submissions. When I started this, I had this idea and I was really going for it. I was planning how the set is going to look like. I was planning the structure, the format, who I'm going to invite, and I was just go, go, go. And then when it came time to sit down and actually do it, I got really nervous and really scared. And I was really questioning whether or not this is something that I really want to do, or if there's something that I particularly should do. And then I read some of the submissions that I got, and I was reminded why I started this. In those submissions, I saw what I was trying to see in the first place, starting this, which is the power of music. And I cannot wait to share those submissions with you. But if you want to submit more, or you're just wanting to submit in the first place, the link to the submission form is in our show notes or the link in our Instagram bio. I say our, like it's not just me, it's just me. So, I'm hoping that you're leaving here feeling like you know me a little bit better. But don't worry, next week you'll get to know me a little bit more because episode 1 is going to be a solo episode where I share my soundtracks with you. I'm asking you and I'm asking my guests to share your songs with me, and it's only right that I do the same. I'm extremely nervous, but I'm also excited for you guys to get to know me in that way. So, until then, I've been your host, Tendai. You've been listening to Soundtracks. I'll see you guys next week.